public works employees responding to fire calls on duty for all 3 departments. This position is supported by the fire district with the understanding that this would not always be possible due to township regulations. We have Phil, who's volunteered, you know, if it's, you know, has no problem.
If they're not doing a job that's really necessary, like if they're paving a road, can't leave.
Oh yeah, he's an operator, so that would be, if he was out in the
But
shop, that would be.
but what I'm saying, other townships adopted, if they had volunteer firemen on their road crew, they would be allowed to leave.
We did that. We did that through a resolution years ago.
Okay,
well, we have a new member now. We're trying to clear that up for him, and we want to know if you support that. So we don't want to get him in trouble, to ask him to do anything that's going to jeopardize his job.
It's already a resolution. Our board, this board would have to negate it.
It's my understanding that resolution was pretty much null and void because of the road department's agreement, a labor agreement with the Teamster.
No.
It didn't fit their job specific duties.
No, not true.
Check on that.
Well,
Yeah, that's the only one, but you might have something in your contract that would allow it to, let's check it.
No, we never put that in.
I don't.
We have a fireman out in Philly, he's on up.
And he says he's also familiar with the union rules, and he doesn't see a problem. But I'm coming to the board to see if you'll support that.
Peters is a union, their road department's union, they have firemen on their.
St. Clair too, St. Clair.
St. Clair's the same.
And Phil has been given a handheld radio if he drives up and give us a report or any information, or he can grab somebody out of the window.
He's even in our town, if we get a fire and it's snowing, he'd make sure he gets to that road and gets us a clear path in, which is great, you know, because he has a radio.
But he's a current public works employee?
Yes.
Phil?
Yeah.
Both
Would have never ever put that in the contract. They couldn't do it.
Then we just research it, and that's fine, and that shouldn't be an issue.
Right.
Okay, here's our supervisors. This might hopefully be an easy one. Possible generator procurement for stations. We got our first bid of $35,000.
Now, what's that power in though?
The whole building,
Our whole building.
100%.
We have a small building.
Yes,
Right.
That's powering everything in our building.
and we feel that to respond in an emergency situation to the township, we need to be 24/7, 365.
Is that just for the generator?
No, that is generator
That
and
was the
installation, and
generator,
in fact,
And labor?
that was for a cooler generator, and then I emailed Dawn after I got the, Dawn Januso, after I got the bid, to see if we could get the generator, the hardware portion of it cheaper through CoStars.
So
It was 25 and 10, basically.
25 and 10.
10 for the labor, 25 for the equipment.
So is this just to run the building for you guys, or do you
No.
plan to use it as a?
If we
Anything
use
we
it as a
need.
warming station in winter, the power goes out in the neighborhood, that'll be a place people can come to keep warm.
Especially if the roads are bad and things like that, and
Same thing
warm
with
don't want to
summer.
leak, go too far.
Say cold, yeah, yeah, absolutely. We
Especially
can't,
the
we can't make it a shelter because we don't have beds or shower. To make it an official shelter, you have to have beds and
Or
showers.
can you at least give us a price to just fund, to manage your operation, so that you can still go to the building and open your doors and
We won't do it that way. We'll pay for it ourselves first.
well,
Yeah,
I'm just.
I mean, if you wanted to pitch in and say, I can't do that, the township could pay 10 grand of it, that makes a difference on our trustees whether we go ahead with the project.
I know, that's what I'm asking, can you give us a price, just at least what the operating side would be?
It's 50 kW.
No, that's not what I'm asking, I'm saying,
Oh.
what size, what would be the
With our-
cost? If you only just needed to operate, so you can still.
Have our radios and
Yeah,
doors.
that kind of stuff, just give us an idea.
The way it's wired with the multiple junction boxes, it would actually just
We have
cost more in
three-phase.
labor than it would in
To try
equipment.
to divide
Yes,
it out.
yes,
Yeah,
we have
trying to
three-phase
divide our
power,
circuit.
We got
three-phase boxes, it's a nightmare. In fact, we're getting some
Most of
electric.
the station is the garage. Most of the
That's it.
station is the
Yes.
garage.
So they would come in, that's where they would come
Theirs
in.
isn't as big as Cecil's.
Yes.
Most
We don't
of
have a
the
big
station
hall.
is the garage.
Our meeting hall is very small.
Everything is tied into that one building, it's not large like
Oh,
that.
yeah, it's not practical to separate.
Right, it's not practical, yeah.
What about number 3? Yeah, I know you have two separate panels, could you look at it from both ways also?
We have
Or you-
at least 3 panels.
You have one for your main operation for the new part of the garage?
1 for the garage, 2 for the other building.
Could you at least give us a price on that? on that for your garage.
Just tell me
garage.
what do you mean by all of that?
You asking me?
Yeah.
Well, they have a social hall, and they have a separate meter for there to run their fire apparatus.
Where the fire trucks are housed is a separate service,
Entrance
it's
gate.
electric service, than the other part of the building.
So they don't have the same issue that Lawrence would have tried to separate it, it'd be cost prohibitive to try to separate it, where Cecil wouldn't necessarily be the case.
Why would you want to separate it?
It's already separated.
Why would
Just
you
to
want
keep the
separate
operation of, just to keep the operation of the.
Keep the price down.
Significantly more expensive to power such a large.
What-
For no
The
reason.
power, all of the Houston Cecil's buildings are a lot bigger than Warren's, so we would need 3 times the generator power to fully power our building.
Do you have any idea? how many
Basically, to
AWs?
power the garage,
And the other
a
thing,
third of the space.
I guess the other thing is too, is the township here is used as a warming center also in the same situation between 350, it's not that far. I mean, to be able to have it so you could just use the fire department.
Lawrence is another story, I mean, they are.
Exactly, they're much farther out, I agree.
Right.
And
Let's give us the 2 numbers. And same thing with music, you just give us the 2 numbers. I don't know how your power is set up.
Very easy, you got 1 meter.
Well, but you could still, sub-panel.
Right now, we have an emergency panel where it runs the furnaces in the building, the whole building furnaces, runs the engine room and 1 row of lights on the center wall.
So the engine room with the garage doors too.
Yeah, it runs it upstairs, it runs the radio, the garage, I don't know if the garage doors are on that. But it runs all the engine room lights, all that stuff. But our generator is, they probably stole it from the mine, I don't know, it's from the 50s, I don't know.
And it doesn't work.
Yeah, it doesn't work.
Can you give us a
But
rough
we're already wired. To just run the firehouse, we're already wired. Just plug another generator in and we'd be ready to go. But if you want us to run it as a warming station, or a warming center, that would be a whole nother thing. There would have to be different.
And we just have to recognize for all of us, it's a budget thing, so at least give us that number to keep you running first.
We're looking at natural gas generators too, we're all on the same page with that, right?
No, we're going with diesel.
Are you going with diesel?
Yeah, 'cause they-
Unlimited fuel like
To
that?
run another gas line in there, and we're replacing the generator would be not cost efficient.
We don't have the gas service can actually handle it.
Diesel tank to.
It's right underneath, and we would also have to, if necessary, we could get it filled, so we'd be totally operational with gas with us.
Say, for example, our power did go out, and we were gonna run it for a week, a couple of weeks, we'd ask the township if they would deliver the fuel
For
to
the
us.
fuel too.
Once it's filled up,
3 days, we should
in
do 3 or 4 days.
case you never happen to use it, but in case it's down for a week, to keep it full so it keeps running.
How do you keep it fresh, that fuel there?
No, you can keep fuel in there forever.
Because it's gonna be on a monthly, it's gonna be on a monthly.
There's a monthly check.
Hour
I
every.
don't mean that, I'm talking about the tank itself, the storage part. You're saying diesel fuel doesn't go?
No, they
got-
put
they got
stabilizer and diesel fuel now.
And we're gonna run it enough where you have to have it.
It's gonna run automatically. I forget, they did.
And we're only spending like 150 gallons for
It charges its batteries and everything.
it. Yeah,
All right, good enough.
yes.
If you get those numbers, we'll,
Tom, I don't know why you're doing it that way, but I think the simpler way to do it is just to allow so much to them, the labor, or cut, or half the price for each of the fire departments, and let them choose what they're going to do, I would think.
Well, that's something for you guys to decide.
that's why if we give them, if we can come up with it to keep it running, if you want to go the extra mile and do this, the social hall, that's another thing that they can decide. At least we'd know that.
Gotta find out what the numbers are for each department first, so that's a starting point.
We'll get on it as soon as you get us the number, I know the number 3 or number 1's already.